why competitive programming is important? Because whenever you are going to appear for any organization, they must have a written round, and in written round, most of the companies like IT companies ask for a coding question. So if you will be good at CP, like competitive programming, then surely you will be able to crack the very first round, and interviews are later on experiences. So I think this is the strategy. It is good if you have a good project in hand, like that must be done by you, and at least there must be some contribution of you in that project. Rather than that, if you have a good internship experience, that will help a lot. So project and internship are mandatory, but yes, you can opt for one. At least one should be there. Like,
Whenever interviewer is asking you something from your project, so that is your forte because you have dwelled it. So you can answer it very well. So it is the best chance to clear the interview if you have some project in your resume, because in competitive programming you might get stuck. But if he is asking you something from your project, that means you know everything about it, even more than him. So that's the great thing about the projects. Hi guys, I'm Yomesh Singh. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about how to crack interview of VMware with Shreyans. Shreyans just got internship at VMware as a software developer. So I think he will guide you about the process as well as his preparation strategy, and he might able to give you some tips as well. So hi Shreyans, welcome to my channel.
hi Vyomesh. First of all, thank you for calling me here. Okay, so guys, I'm Shreyansh Gupta and I am from Institute of Engineering and Technology, Devi Ahilya Vishwavidyalaya, Indore. And yes, talking about my background, it's information technology, and currently I am in fourth year and got internship and VMware Bangalore. And yes, it is virtual at present. So starting like what are my hobbies? And my hobbies are like gardening. But yes, in this lockdown period, I utilize my hobbies to be competitive programming as well.
Okay, so comes to the main point. What was the selection process of VMware?
Okay, so starting with the selection process, there were 5 rounds, and yes, this is an in-campus drive, like from the college side itself. And yeah, there will be the very first round that was the technical written round, and after that there were two technical rounds, interview round that are known as like technical discussions. So that was technical discussion one and technical discussion two, and later on there was a managerial round, and the last, that is the fifth round, that was HR round.
So what was your experience with the online coding round or written round?
Okay, so basically the round was of 2 hours, and there were sections. Like the very first section was for uh, coding, and there was a competitive coding question, and also there was various languages available like Python, Java. It's all up to you. Like you can choose among anyone. And later on there were core sections like the core subjects, talking like computer networks, DBMS, and operating system, as well as some basic data structure questions, and there were multiple choice questions. So, and later on the last round in the written test was aptitude. It consists of quant mathematics and basic aptitude questions, and that's about the written.
So they ask you technical aptitude as well as the coding questions, right?
Yes, exactly.
So what was the coding question there, and how many of them you have solved?
Actually, there was only one coding question, and they have given you 30 minutes to solve that question. So the question link, I think you will put in the comment sections
Yes.
or in the description of this video. So the question was basically like you have given a number, suppose X, and you have to find another number that must be greater than X, but whose sum must be divisible by Y. So this is a generalized question, and yes, you need some logics, and at least you should have some good skills in competitive programming to get over this. So I'll
So
suggest you all to, yeah,
so
yeah,
it was
okay.
not total 2 hours. The time was given section wise, like 30 minutes for coding and some time for aptitude and
Yes,
some
yes, yes. It
time for
yes, it
technical
was like
questions.
that. So it was like 30 minutes for coding question and like 1 hour for your core subjects like computer networks that I have missed, and the last was aptitude that was for 30 minutes. So it's all up to 2 hours.
So it's like 2 hours was quite drilling for everyone, because you need to focus for continuous 2 hours that time, and you have to give your best as well. So after
Exactly.
clearing the online coding round or written round, you face the two technical rounds. So how was your experience with the first technical round or technical discussion, we can say?
Okay. So talking about technical discussion one, it was totally based on coding. So I think they were analyzing the coding skills only. So my language was Python at that time, and yes, I know C++ too. So basically, they were asking you a question, and the very first question was based on anagrams. And yes, this is the generalized problem on GFG. You can find it. So so it was taking like they ask you code. They give you a virtual board where you will write the code, and you need to compile that code, and you need to pass the test cases as well. So due to this virtualization, it becomes more complex for us, like we need to solve each and every test cases. So it was like that. And yes, there were there was digging into the deep, like you have written the maps, like map data structure in the code. So why you are using map? They were asking like that. So it's not like just you write the code and you will get on pass. You need to describe like what is happening in your code, and like what are the things you have involved in your code, and what is the reason behind it, what is the compiler doing with that code. Everything they were asking in deep. So I think the very first round was the toughest round from all of the rounds.
So in the first round, they ask only one coding questions?
Yes, coding question was one, and another question was like concept based. Like they were thinking like, did I know the data structures well or not? So they were asking like, suppose in a we need to develop a text editor, and in that text editor you need to perform two operations that are redo and undo operations. So which kind of data structure you will use and why you will use. So this type of questions was also there in the first technical round.
So in the first round, they are expecting your coding skills. They were testing your coding skills, as well as they want to know how much data structure you know and how to apply it as well. It's not just theory about it.
Yes, exactly. So everyone whosoever is watching this video, I'd like to suggest like, uh, if you are doing any type of coding, like you are doing with data structure or anything, then you just go with the heart, like where we can use this. So because real time implementation is very important beside the competitive coding. Okay.
So after the first technical round, there was another technical round only. So
Yes, yes.
what is the difference between second technical discussion and first technical discussion, and what was your experience in second technical discussion?
Okay. Yes. So basically, that second technical discussion was purely based on your resume and whatever the technologies that you have learned. So it was purely based on resume, as I said. So they were digging into the technologies that you have mentioned in your resume. Suppose, if talking about my case, I had written machine learning, JSP, HTML, CSS, MySQL, and so many things. So they were digging into the things, and they were asking you to code something, as well as they were focusing on OOP feature as well. So they asked me to implement a bank with the help of OOP features. You need to know everything like composition is what, aggregation is what, and you need to define the relations between your classes that you are mentioning there. So they were also focusing on the designing, like how you can design a system on the basis of OOP features. So I think the second round was different from the first, because the first was totally based on coding, and yes, the second was on your resume. They asked me some machine learning algorithms as well, and yes, they look into my projects as well, like where I have written the codes. They were going to my Git profile, as well as checking my internship, like what I have done. So these were totally interesting, and it was more interaction rather than an interview.
So, guys, resume plays a very big part in your interview. So, please make sure whatever you are writing in your resume, he has written a lot of thing in his resume, but he knows it as well. Otherwise, if you are not sure, so you can skip some part as well, because if you are putting many things in the resume, that means you are giving him more chance to ask many questions. It would be better if you are mentioning only two and three things and stick to it.
Yes, exactly. One more thing I like to with Vomish, like your resume must be concise. Like I have seen so many resumes before mentioning mine to any organization. So your resume must be concise, as well as there must be the things that you have exactly done. It should not be like you have copied a project and you don't know anything about that, all the technology that you have mentioned. So it should not be like that. You must mention everything that you know clearly. Okay, that's it.
So in second round of technical, uh, they ask you about the technical aptitude, and they did the resume proofing as well. So what did they
Right,
ask
right.
in the managerial round? How was your experience in the managerial round then?
Okay, so coming to the managerial round, that was the fourth round, and yes, it was interesting as well. Actually, I'd like to mention one more thing, like my all rounds, that is interviews round, was of 1 hour each. Okay, so my managerial round was also of 1 hour. So basically, they were digging into like you have problem solving skills or not. So they asked me a puzzle, like a generalized puzzle of a horse race. And yes, you can put the link in the description, that that is a generalized puzzle, and yes, I know by luck. And they were digging into like you have leadership skills or not. And one more thing, like they were guiding your human nature, like if you are working in an industry, so then how you can manage the things. So actually they were asking like that. I want to share one question that they have asked me. Suppose there are three people working on a project, and one of them one of my colleague left the project and gone to some other project. So in that case, what you will do, you will hire another employee, or you will do his work also. So this kind of diplomatic questions were asked in the managerial round. You need to understand the analogy behind the question, like why they are focusing on this kind of question and what they want to hear from you, because at the end you will be working under the manager. So manager needs to know about their employee as well. So our nature depends on this type of questions. So managerial round was full of this kind of discussions as well. They were focusing on some technology as well. So they were asking me questions on OOP as well as my resume based questions, but they were not into the deep. Yes, that's about the manager.
So, guys, in managerial round, you must be very diplomatic, because the thing they are asking is not straightforward yes or no. Answer could be you can give any answer, but it should be justified as well as diplomatic. It's not be like random, that if someone is if suppose there is a question like manager is asking your friend, your colleague is not working, what will you do? You can't say I will just fire it him, because that's not the solution. So you need to be diplomatic, and you should study these kind of questions from online or somewhere, some books. So you should know how to answer that. And Shreya, you have already tested by one online coding round or written test, two technical round, as well as managerial round. So what what did they ask in HR round, or was it just a formality?
I think it's not the formality, because yes, I know that some of the people from my college itself was not cleared in the HR round. So
Oh,
I don't think that was a formality. Yes, they asked you questions like why you want to join us. And yes, it is the common HR question. So, but you must reply them like you really want to join them. And for my sake, VMware was one of the biggest company, and I really want to join that. So that's why I mentioned the benefits that I'll getting, as well as why I want to join the organization. And another thing, they want it will be virtually for now, so will it be okay? And they also tell you about the policies that they are giving you, or the policies that apply to you, like they provide internship first, and based on your performance you will get FT. So it's a risky process, but yes, if you take the risk, you will get some more. So that's why I opted this. Yes, so HR round was also important from my case, at least.
So Shreyans, you are not from IIT or NIT, so
Right.
there, so you don't have that kind of environment. So how was your preparation strategy? How you cope up with it, and how you crack the dream company?
Okay. Yes. So basically, this lockdown helped me a lot. But yes, that's not the thing actually. From last 18 months, or we can say 20 months, I was into the competitive programming, and I was consistent in that. I was completely focusing on code forces rounds as well as courtship round, and I never give up any round. I go with the editorial even if I didn't correct any question. So I think competitive programming is one of the biggest reason behind this. And the next reason is that you should stuck to your technology, and whatever you are telling, you must be concise as well as clear about your stuffs. Like if I am good at Python, then why you opted Python? What are you doing inside the Python? So you should be clear about that. Okay. And talking about the placement preparation, I have done so many courses on Udemy, as well as some online tutorials. And yes, YouTube also helped me a lot. And yes, GFG helped a lot, as well as I was doing CP in lead code as well. And I used to solve problem on lead code, HackerRank, and yeah, that is HackerEarth. And I also give contests regularly on CodeChef and CodeForces. So rather than this, it is good if you have a good project in hand, like that must be done by you, and at least there must be some contribution of you in that project. Rather than that, if you have a good internship experience, that will help a lot. So in my case, it was like I have a project as well as one internship, so it helped me a lot. So project and internship are mandatory, but yes, you can opt for one. At least one should be there. Like in case if you don't have an internship, you can have project or vice versa. So that's it from my
So
side.
guys, to crack any dream company, you must be very good in competitive programming first of all, because it plays a huge role in your placement. You can say 70% at least, and you must have at least one or two projects in your resume, because he expect you what you have developed in, what are you learning. It is implementation of that. So development also plays very important part. And whenever interviewer is asking you something from your project, so that is your forte, because you have developed it, so you can answer it very well. So it is the best chance to clear the interview if you have some project in your resume, because in competitive programming you might get stuck. But if he is asking you something from your project, that means you know everything about it, even more than him. So that's the great thing about the projects.
Okay, so last point that I want to add is that why competitive programming is important, because whenever you are going to appear for any organization, they must have a written round, and in written round, most of the companies like IT companies ask for a coding question. So if you will be good at CP, like competitive programming, then surely you will be able to crack the very first round, and interviews are later on experiences. So I think this is the strategy.
So that means if you are not able to crack the online coding round, so it does not matter how good you are, because you are not able to face the interview.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So thank you, Sayan. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Vomesh.
So guys, uh, Shreya, all the questions had been asked in his interview or online coding round, are in the description, so you can check those questions. And if you have any query, any questions, you can leave the comment in comment section. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Shreyans, once again.
Okay, thank you very much.